Blues, first time we've seen this whole group together, this many of them. And a little home hockey here with Braden Shen. Facing off at center ice against the Minnesota Wild's number 10, Tyson Jost. Puck gets dumped into the Blues zone off a Jost face-off win, and Bennington fired it to the far wing. The Blues clear to center. Walker checked down by Middleton, the big defenseman Minnesota acquired from San Jose, the trade deadline a year ago. And up to the blue line now, Parayko gets to it, shoots it off a stick wide of the net. It comes to the near wing. Shen wins the battle along the wall. Chucks it rink wide, and it's swatted out just past Leddy from Connor Dewar to the St. Louis line, and a quick feed ahead from Parayko. Off Shen into the offensive zone. That misses Walker. And Minnesota Wild comes back down into the Blues end. That's Nick Patan. Dumping it in as bodies fall in behind the net. The puck comes around to the near side. Walker eats it along the boards at the hash marks. Thomas, who had come on, gets it ahead to Buchnevich. Walker will get to the bench. Levo will join the forward rush. Krug steps down to hold the puck in. And into the corner, it's Thomas. What a pass near wing. Shoot, score! Thomas found Levo. Levo found Buchnevich. Buchnevich one-times it in. 1:05 into the first period. The Blues have a 1-0 lead.
Well, I tell you what, just a beautiful bang-bang play right off the get-go. I was just sitting here thinking, you know, this is going to be a look with Thomas Buchnevich, but no Tarasenko, as he's going to miss the game because of the illness, and they're going to move Josh Levo, a veteran with 200-plus games in the NHL, who's had a terrific camp. A great forecheck, good poke there by Robert Thomas to free up that puck. He's going to find Josh Levo on that near post. How about the presence of mind for Josh Levo? Looking over his right shoulder, backhand pass through traffic, sets up Buchnevich perfectly for the one-timer, and the Blues take the early lead.
There's Tom Calhoun bellowing it out. You know, Tom Calhoun has never missed a game in this building.
He hasn't. He's been up with us because of COVID. Looks like he's going to be staying up with us here over the next little while here.
Buchnevich on the near wing with the Blues having a 1-0 lead.
Do you think he wakes his wife up to that every morning? Good morning, honey.
Yeah, I do actually. I'm taking that bet.
Okay.
Here comes Minnesota. The puck dumped in, and it's rolled to the net. Bennington makes a save. Listen, I was at my daughter's volleyball game yesterday, and there's a play out. The other team took a timeout, and I go, well, makes sense to take that. And they were getting clobbered. Makes sense to take that timeout. I mean, you got two of them. Might as well use them. And Christy looks over at me, and she goes, you know, you don't have to make a comment about everything. I'm like, it's kind of in my DNA. I don't know how to turn it off.
Listen, I'm a talker. I
don't know how to not do it.
My wife, if I had a nickel for every time in the past couple of years, she said, you know, do you ever just like stop talking? I'd be a millionaire.
You say, is it worth my while to have some surgery, zip it shut for a year? Blues onto the puck, Brandon Saad. Saad on the line with Kyrou and O'Reilly. This is a line they've had together for a good portion of camp. Middleton left point and holds it in for the Wild. Chucks it over to the far side, and coming off the wall with it for Minnesota is Addison. Makes the play along the wing as that's over to Nick Sweeney, and it's knocked loose by the Blues, cleared to Kyrou at center.
Actually followed it up with, well, honey, if I didn't talk, who would tell you all the things you're doing wrong? And then she has not talked to me in a couple days since. So here I am with you, Curbs. I appreciate your friendship right now. It's nice to talk to someone else.
No, you can still talk to her. She just doesn't respond. That's the difference.
That's right. That's right.
You didn't really, did you?
No.
Okay, good.
Come on, I'm not that dumb.
17:30 to go. We're in the first, 1-0. Blues have the lead. A face-off negated. We've got to do it again from the Minnesota zone to the right side of Philip Gustafsson. It'll be Noel Acciari, who was a teammate of Torrey Krug's in that 7-game Stanley Cup final series for the Boston Bruins against the Blues. They get the puck to Nick Leddy. Leddy throws it into the corner. Brandon Duhaime gives him a little shove with the glove to the bearded chin. And in behind the goal, it comes to Acciari. Nice pass to Kostin. Kostin along the wing, dangles the puck, looks to the front of the net. Cuts it back again. And he makes the play up to the blue line, but then it's forced out of the zone. And then racing in on him is going to be Carson Lambos, and this one's pushed into the Blues zone. Recovered by the Blues and a quick touch by Parayko.
Yeah, one too many moves there for Clem Costin. He actually spun out a couple times, lost the defender, but a little bit too cute top of the circle, lost that puck and out of the zone.
Here it comes to Falk. Slap shot. Deflected off Highmore just wide of the goal. On the right side, Duhaime clears it out. Costin got the stick in parallel to the ice.
He's got to be careful there, doesn't he?
Yeah, nearly put himself into a hooking situation. 16:35 to go. Up the left wing it comes. Jake Neighbors on a line with Braden Shen. Walker joining them. Neighbors goes in behind the net. Over to the right side. Played by the Wilds. Mitchell Chaffee. Blues keep it in at the point. Here's Falk. Towards the front of the net. It slides to the corner. Walker gets to it. Up to the blue line. Krug. Slap shot right on. Gustafsson. He'll make the save on an 80-mile-an-hour slap shot from Torrey Krug.
Well, you love Nathan Walker for this play right here. It's an innocent shot from Falk from the outside. It goes wide, but what I'm impressed with is the puck battle. It's a race. Ryan O'Rourke, the defender for Minnesota Curbs, is with Nathan Walker in front of the net, and it's a race to that puck in that far side corner, and you just see Nathan Walker, number 2'6", just on his toes, just chopping away, getting there and keeping that play alive to create a second chance for this Blues team, and that great shift there by that Braden Shen line.
Under contract for this year and next for Nathan Walker. He signed a one-year extension last season. Wild to the puck in their own end, and Sam Steele. First round pick for the Ducks. He gets it in front. Steele tries to go at it. Poked away by Bennington. Wild onto the puck behind the net. Steele was hoping to become, and the Anaheim Ducks are hoping he'd become part of their offensive youth, and it never really happened for him out there. 4 years with Anaheim, and the most points he had in a given season was 22. He's now trying to lock in with the Minnesota Wild. 4.5 gone. First period. 1-0 Blues. Buchnevich from Levo and Thomas. Blues bring it in. Dangle it. Shoot it. And wristing that one on is Kyrou as he cut it to the middle of the ice. It's cleared by the Wild out of the zone. O'Reilly gets his head kind of wrapped around there by the Minnesota forward, Mason Shaw. O'Reilly gets the puck, though, brings it in. Coming in to grab it. Dakota Mermis knocked it loose. Sliding over Saad. And this puck is picked up along the near wing. Out to the neutral zone it goes, and Kessel has it. Out of the far side. Touched by Nico Mikkola. Sliding down the right wing, Ryan O'Reilly. Against the Alton, Illinois native, Dakota Mermis. The puck dumped in. Dakota's 28 years old. He's played 25 games in the NHL as another local product that has cracked the NHL. Achari dumps it in, far corner. Krug there, centers it right towards the glove of the goaltender. It goes, and Gustafsson is going to be able to grab it. 14:32 to go in the first. Hey, let me ask you something, Joe. That top line with Ryan O'Reilly, it's clear that they want Jordan Kyrou to try and figure out if he can play on the right wing. Right now it's been Brandon Saad on the left, and I'm wondering if there's enough physicality there or how that line really looks different than what we've seen from a Ryan O'Reilly line.
Well, I think that we just saw a play right there, Curbs, where he makes a little dink play in the offensive zone and it just went to a defender. And in my mind, I'm thinking, I know exactly what Ryan's thinking. I made that play the last 3 seasons with David Perron, and David Perron was right there, right? That's that close support and that connection, that chemistry, and they're going to need to find someone who's got that close support. I think Brandon Saad has certainly got the IQ for it. He definitely is not going to bring the physicality, but they need someone responsible on that side because Jordan Kyrou, like I said a couple of games ago, he's still got a little cowboy in him, right? He's a bit of a reckless player because he's young and he's fast and he's free and he's creative, and you love that about him. But I do think you need some dependability on that side, why I think Brandon Saad, to me, is that guy. But personally, I think within a month or two, we're going to see Jake Neighbors on this line. I think that they need to give Jake a little bit more time to develop, to mature, to really get used to the speed of this game. And when he does, though, I think that, to me, I think it's going to be Ryan O'Reilly between those two young kids.
Here's Neighbors over the line with a shot. That gets blocked, and then Walker pokes it to the end boards. Neighbor, far corner to Walker on the cycle with Shen on the ice. They get it to Neighbors. A one-timer knocked to the near side, blocked. And the puck bounced over to Parayko. He fanned on the shot as Colton had slid down the right wing.
And, Jake Neighbors on that wing, to your point, two Curbs about the physicality element. I think Jake Neighbors has been the most physical forward this whole preseason. So that would kind of serve that physicality edge that you're going to need for that top line as well.
Minnesota dumps it in. Wrong side of the red line. That's icing. Well, every line, you still need that component. By physicality, we're not talking in putting somebody 3 rows deep every hit. But it's just knowing how to use that shoulder, get in there, being willing to take a little abuse to hold on to the puck in the offensive zone.
Watched the preseason game yesterday with the Detroit Red Wings and saw our good friend David Prawn out there. He's still doing that David Prawn thing. You're right, just stepping into battles a step early just to get a little bit of leverage, just those little tricks that create it where you can get very heavy on pucks and come out of the corner with those pucks, and that's what it's all about.
Here's Buchnevich now with Thomas Buchnevich and Levo on the ice. This is the line that scored the goal 1 minute, 5 seconds into the hockey game. Falk to Thomas. Ran out of room, so he backhanded it to the wall, and the puck shot by Patan into the corner. Walking that one right in front and putting it on goal. They look for the puck. On a nice power drive to the net was Chaffee for Minnesota. And the puck back to the far point, now to the near side. Middleton, a drive to the goal. Bounced off Binnington and cleared to the corner from Thomas to center. Levo finds Buchnevich. And a pass back to Levo, went behind him. It's eaten along the wall. Chaffee for the Wild. Lost it off the pressure from Kessel. It's kicked back to the Minnesota defense, and we're just about 8 minutes into the hockey game. 1-0. The St. Louis Blues have the lead over the Wild. Minnesota's going to bring it in over the line and just roll it to the goal off of the stick of Adam Beckman. It comes in on Binnington. That'll be the 5th official shot on goal for Minnesota, each team with 5. 11:55 to go in the first. 1-0, St. Louis leading. We'll bring you back in a moment. This is St. Louis Blues hockey. Hey, how about a welcome back suite pack as we welcome you back to Enterprise Center? Have a sweet experience next time you host employees or clients at a game. Entertain in style with a welcome back suite pack. You choose 3 games that include 12 tickets to each game with a full open bar, popcorn, pretzels, and a nacho bar. You can reserve your suite today at stlouisblues.com/suitepack. See what they did there with that play on words? It's a sweet deal, and you're sitting in a suite.
It's a pack.
And then it's a pack because there's more than one of them.
Love me a good nacho bar, too. You see bars all the times now. Nacho bar. Saw a Bloody Mary bar a couple weekends ago. Make your own Bloody Mary. Give people the choice. It's your life, man. Do your thing.
I'm telling you right now, though, you don't put black olives and sour cream in a nacho bar, then you have failed at the nacho bar.
You're a black olive guy.
Yep.
Well, sour cream.
I know a lot of people aren't, but you got to have the option.
You got to have the option.
Got to have the option.
That's what the bar's about.
Yep. Here come the Wild into the Blues zone. That's knocked away, and Costin picks it up from center ice as he came from the bench. Skates down the right wing into the Minnesota zone. Works behind the net. Center. Got it to Achari. The Wild knock it away. Recovered by Costin. He spins that to the blue line. Parayko wrist shot towards the goal. Hits off of Highmore in front of the net, and he's got to chase it to the corner. Achari comes in. Costin gets checked down, and we're going to get an interference or a cross-check penalty coming against the Minnesota Wild. or high stick, so I'm in midseason form.
Well,
10:38 to go in the first. High sticking is actually going to be the call.
there was the original high stick. They kind of look like they let it go. It was a really delayed call.
Minnesota penalty number 62. 2 minutes for high sticking.
Yeah, he got popped. He throws his head back. The ref was right there. Didn't say anything. No motion. And then Klim got popped from behind him with the cross check. Then the hand went up. So a bit delayed. He checks Klim. No blood. So it'll just be a minor. And it's going to be the first time we get a good look now at the Blues power play. This is as intact of a power play as we've seen all preseason long.
They win the draw. Shin to Falk. Trying to come through with it is Jordan Kyrou. And that gets deflected out of the zone.
Now it's going to be interesting. You have Justin Falk here at the top of the key, where normally that's Torrey Krug, but now you have a right-handed option. Going to make passing it to Jordan Kyrou a little bit easier as they move forward here. So let's see how this progresses. But certainly, again, just preseason, you're trying to work out some kinks and try some different things. A lot of different looking options when you have a righty at the top of the key with Falk instead of a lefty like Krug.
10:04 to go. We're in the first period. 1:24 to go. On the power play for the Blues, brought to you by Ameren, Missouri. They go to O'Reilly from Sod. O'Reilly takes it in behind the net, moves it over to Shen on the near side, straight away to Falk, back to Shen. Shen finds Falk at the blue line, over to Kyrou. Kyrou looks and shoots. Wristed that one wide. Shen pokes to the line. Falk holds it in. Nice play by Shen to try and keep it away from Mermis, but the Wild get to it and they send it over to the far boards and out of the zone. Down to 53 seconds to go. Quick turn up the ice by Kyrou. Brings it in on 4 Wild players. Nice play to get it in and set it up to Shen. Braden Shen into the corner. To Levo behind the net on the backhand for Kyrou to the front of the goal. And on the deflection, reaching for it there was Neighbors. And the Neighbors gets right back at. Oh, did he take a cross check from Middleton? And the puck coming down to the near side, played past Krug, and all the way down the ice it goes.
Boy, what compete right there for Josh Levo. Puck behind the net from Gustafsson, and puck's there. You see number 17 just come burning in there. Gets a couple good stick checks, barely misses that puck. He was looking for a quick little tuck and wrap around there, I think.
Clearing attempt by the Wild from their own end. Up over the glass and out of play. That's a delay of game penalty and a no-brainer. The one referee was coming over to have a discussion. The other one says, "No, we got it."
Well, I think they were trying to figure out, was he on the defensive side of the blue, or
penalty delay game.
he was kind of tinkering with that blue line. And after the replay, you'll see he's certainly in his defensive zone when he lifts that puck out. And he's about 3 or 4 feet just inside. Now, if he's on that neutral zone side, it's different. But I think that's what they wanted to kind of talk about quickly. And now a rare 5-on-3 look for 12 seconds.
Big key here for the Blues to win the draw, but Thomas gets booted out, so Levo will come in to take it.
Yeah, they're going to look for a quick little one-timer here right off the face-off.
Levo actually won that draw. He played it forward, and the Blues get it off this Jake Neighbors. Great hounding of the puck. 2-man advantage for 5 more seconds. Here's Krug near side. Buchnevich to Krug, far side. One-timer, and a slap pass to the corner for Levo. Now a 5-on-4. Schuster is out of the penalty box. Neighbors with a great stick to try to hold it in, but the Wild battle and they clear the zone. 1:37 now to go, and what is the second Ameren, Missouri power play of the game for the Blues, leading 1-0. Buchnevich, far wing, score! Jake Neighbors took the pass from Buchnevich, who drew the block because they thought he was going to shoot, and Neighbors puts the Blues on top 2-0. Power play goal with 8:18 to go in the period.
You know, Curbs, you were just talking about Jake, about how he was just heavy on that battle. He barely lost it. I've loved Jake's game from the minute this puck has dropped here this evening. He's been heavy on battles, heavy on pucks. He's coming out of the corner with pucks. To me, those are all signs that a coach sees a young player that he's engaged in the game. And when you're engaged in the game and you're winning puck battles, you're going to get rewarded. What a play here by Buchnevich as they re-enter the zone. He gets it in the middle of the ice. He makes a quick little stall. He gets his head up. He looks at the net. I think he's stunned that the defenseman thinks he's going to shoot that puck. Then he shifts it to the left, and all of a sudden Jake Neighbors is there, collects it, and snaps it on the bar.
So a 2-0 lead for the Blues here in the first period. Letty is going to shoot it to the net. Gustafsson gets a glove on it. He'll hold on. 8:08 to go here in the first. Even strength goal by Buchnevich. Power play goal by Neighbors. Blues on top by 2. This is St. Louis Blues hockey. Welcome back to Enterprise Center. Chris Kerber, Joe Vitale with you tonight. Second to last home preseason game. The Blues will play in Columbus on Thursday. And then home against Chicago on Saturday. And then the team is off for a week as the Blues take a slashing penalty. Break a play up as the puck sails out of play. Now the Blues at center ice will go. So the Blues will have a week off, and then they will face off on home ice for the home opener on Saturday the 15th.
St. Louis penalty number 15. 2 minutes for slashing.
Yeah, Craig Berube. Preseason where they argue calls, but